Grand Rising. So I was going to write this out and read off script, but as I stated before, I am trying to get more comfortable with not just reading what I write and just speaking candidly. It's still really weird for me to talk to a camera. I'm not sure why that is, but it's something that I am attempting to get used to so that it is no longer an issue. Anyways, I want to talk about my working theory on starseeds and what they are as I understand them. So, what a starseed is, I believe that they are multidimensional beings that were seeded here on Earth into very specific lineages, families, social systems, secret societies that are inverted, that have been infiltrated and are being taken over by another type of lower dimensional being that is has enslaved humanity. And this other type of energy is it is the lower dimensions that these beings pull their energy, their information from, and they have utilized it and weaponized it to enslave the humans, and in turn have poisoned our earth and poisoned Gaia. So if you think of a 5-dimensional being, if someone who is from the 5th dimension was to observe and look at a 3-dimensional being, they would essentially be able to reach into that 3D being and do whatever they want with their internal organs, because to a 5-dimensional being, a 3-dimensional being is like looking at a person drawn on a piece of paper. You can take a pencil and you can draw whatever you would like within that being. And that's kind of how, and also a 3-dimensional being would not have the ability to perceive a 5-dimensional being. Anyways, back to starseeds. I believe these are multidimensional beings that were seeded into these very specific lineages, cults, covens, societies, and social systems that are in desperate need of the starseeds' light work in order to invert what's been in order to revert what has been inverted by this other energy, lower dimensional energy that has taken over the planet. Some commonalities amongst starseeds that I've been able to recognize with my pattern recognition is that a lot of them are neurodivergent and have very significant pattern recognition skills, and I think that that is very much by design. They also normally have a very specific blood type. I believe it's O negative. I don't think that any of these things have to be the case. This is just something that I myself have observed amongst people that are of my own kind. That these are some commonalities I've noticed. Something that a lot of starseeds have in common is being misunderstood, being misinterpreted, being ostracized, being left out, and also being kind of like walking triggers. There's something about the energy that these beings exude that deeply triggers the shadows and the wounds in others. So oftentimes people who are souls that are multidimensional, that are were seated here to bring about the cosmic rebalancing and to bring divine justice to the universal laws that have been broken by these lower dimensional beings. They will be targeted, they will be slandered, abused, and vilified and demonized by these lower dimensional beings who have essentially brainwashed the innocent, vulnerable humans that we are here to anyways, I don't want to jump ahead. So because starseeds are multidimensional beings, we have access, we have abilities, and we have access to wisdom and information from multiple different dimensions, whether that be the diva realm, like angelic energies, whether that be more extraterrestrial energies. We are multidimensional, so we can pull wisdom and information from multiple dimensions. Before a starseed ascends and is activated, I believe that we are utilized as like the creator's witness, or the observers, the watchers, kind of like divine surveillance of sorts. And what we do is we get seated into these very specific families and situations and systems, and we collect data. We watch, we observe. Because we carry a very specific energy, we're kind of like moths. It's kind of like moths to flame. So the people that are operating in this lower, from this lower dimensional space, that are harming the planet and harming humanity, they're drawn to us. They're drawn to us to victimize us. This gives us the ability to collect, to see them for what and who they truly are, beyond the veil, beyond the mask, and to just observe and take in all the information, both from what is being done to us by these individuals, but also how their entire systems work, their headspaces, the way that their operation works. And all of that information is, once we go through ascension and we activate, all of the information and data that we've collected, that's transmuted into the other realms, the other dimensions that we are connected to, like the Galactic Federation type situation. So until we reach ascension and we activate, we are essentially like divine secret service surveillance type situation. Once we have ascended and we have activated, that is when a starseed has reached, has collected enough data to enter a state of remembrance and remember who and what they are and where they come from, and what all dimensions they're connected to. That is also when we realize who our spirit guides, our ancestors, and our angels are. And we also, that is where our abilities are heightened, and we become more hyper aware of them. And that is also where it becomes very clear what our purpose and our mission is here, and what we need to carry out with all of the data and the information that we have gained. We also are able to pull data, information, and wisdom from these other dimensions in order to utilize it here on Earth, and help the humans ascend out of the slave system that's been created by the individuals that are from this lower dimension, who have enslaved humanity. So part of our job is to do light work and awaken and spark a conscious evolution in the humans, so that they are vibrating at too high of a level to be affected by these lower dimensional beings that mean to harm them and enslave them. This is still a working theory, but this is what my guides have transmitted to me as to what a starseed is. Let me know what you think. I'm sending all so much love to the universe and beyond. Bye!